Finding houses for sale in South Surrey is a lot more than just typing in a price and location into realtor.ca. This video is going to arm you with all of the tools to make sure that you can locate the absolute best home for you and your family's needs if you have one, if you're looking to relocate or move to South Surrey. And I'm going to warn you, houses in South Surrey, well, they can move pretty damn fast. So you want to be prepared. Plus, hang around to the end because I'm going to show you a way to better stay on top of all of your fingers and they're gone before you get a chance to go take a look. My name is Darren, a realtor located in South Surrey, team leader of the Germyn Group with McDonald Realty. This channel is dedicated to providing expert tips, market insights, and real estate advice to help home buyers, home sellers, and home owners make better decisions when it comes time to either buy, sell, or even just maintain their property. If you find the information in today's video useful, please consider subscribing. Not only does it help other people find this great content as well, but it helps you stay on top of all the information we release on a regular basis to find higher levels of success when it comes time to buy, sell, or even just own your home. Let's paint a little bit of a picture. You're a home buyer, awaking from the most beautiful slumber, dreaming of buying your next home in South Surrey. You roll over and stretch your arm out to your night table to grab your trusty mobile phone. One of the first things that your eyes see each morning is realtor.ca, where you've likely created a profile and you are searching for the best of the best homes that are coming available daily on realtor.ca, trying to find the absolute perfect one for you and your family if you have one. You're window shopping. It's so much fun. You're going through the photos. You're exploring people's kitchens. You are experiencing their backyards and what they look like in the prime time of the year. You're checking on things like proximity to the beach and how close is it to the highway so you can still get to work on time. And oh my gosh, you're scrolling, and then you stop. You just found the one. You yell for your spouse to come running over, to come check out this amazing new property that you just found. It's so exciting. And naturally, well, you guys want to go see it right away. You pick up the phone, you make the phone call to the listing agent, only to learn that that property, it's gone. It's sold. Too late. You can't have it. Try again next time. What a terrible story. What a terrible experience for somebody like you that's looking to buy a property. I find oftentimes people severely underestimate the popularity of South Surrey and just how quickly the homes, especially the ones that are appropriately priced, move in South Surrey. Let's be frank, it is the crown jewel of the Fraser Valley. This is where so many people want to live and call home. The schools are top tier and in demand. There is an abundance of beautiful park space and forests to explore. It's an intelligently constructed community that's been well thought out through all of the planning stages. It's got premier properties that are absolutely beautiful, located on wide streets with lots of parking. You, of course, got the beach just a short drive, walk, or bike ride away. As you can see, this list goes on and on and on. You do not want to miss out on the perfect home in the perfect location, South Surrey, just because of the way that you're searching for a new home. So how do we find one? How do we find a home in South Surrey, and how do we make sure that we don't miss out on any of the incredible homes that come up for sale because we're just simply scrolling on the internet? Well, before I fill you in on some of the things I suggest that you consider, I do want to mention a video that we did recently with a really deep dive on the sub areas or sub neighborhoods of South Surrey. Of course, it's a relatively big area with all of the sub areas offering different things to different demographics. So if you want to check that out, this is what the video looks like right here. And I've also left a link to the video pinned in the comments so you can check it out. You definitely want to be familiar with the sub areas before you buy a home in South Surrey, especially if you're unfamiliar with it. I really hope you like the video because I think it's really going to help you, so give it a watch. And actually, if you're someone that is looking to buy a home as well, we have a PDF that is also in the pinned comment, all about government incentives that sometimes are really hard to find. And oftentimes we find people don't know exactly what they are, whether they're offered from the provincial or the federal government. So we've sourced them all out and put them into one convenient PDF that you can also find available in the pinned comment, where you can download it right now and get all that information so you don't lose any money or you save money when you buy your next home. Definitely a tool you do not want to be without, and it's free for you to download, so check it out if you're interested. Introducing the BC Home Buyers Course, your ultimate guide to buying your first home with confidence and precision. With over 3 hours of comprehensive video content, you can learn at your own pace whenever and wherever you want. You can sign up by visiting bchomebuyers.90daysout.ca or checking the description in this video for more details. So here's how we find the property and make sure you don't lose it. And we'll do this maybe in a level of tiers, starting with, well, realtor.ca. Let me go on record by admitting I love realtor.ca, and I think it is the premier tool for searching for properties if you're a member of the public in all of Canada. In fact, the public and the population of Canada, well, they kind of agree with that because realtor.ca, well, they take almost 50% of the market share in terms of property searches from coast to coast to coast to coast. Well, I guess we only got 2 coasts, so from coast to coast, but you get my point. Hey, my lamp just turned on. Isn't that cool? Thank you, Alexa and smart home apps. Now, using this tool, while it's great and it's got some incredible information that's available on it, one of my favorites being some of the demographics of the area that you're looking to buy, using the realtor.ca app is a little bit reactive if you're actually ready and serious about getting into your next home. This takes us to the next step that you could consider doing, and that's visiting a local real estate office where you can actually be introduced to a local real estate professional who has their thumb on the pulse of the market in the area. South Surrey and White Rock is full of real estate offices, and you can find a variety of them just by driving down any of the busy streets like 152nd or King George Boulevard. The third tier of how to make sure you're staying on top of these new homes being listed and ensuring that you get into them to be able to have success to actually purchase them, well, that's to hire a real estate professional to help you with this. I'm going to go out on a limb here and recommend that you work with a local realtor. And this isn't necessarily specific to South Surrey. You should always consider working with a local realtor for a variety of reasons. As an example, the Germyn Group and myself, well, we are local to South Surrey. We're also residents of South Surrey, so we know the area incredibly well. There's also things about being an area expert that you want to consider when you're looking for a home. This is things like being on top of the plans of what's going on in the city. An example of this would be the huge redevelopment of the Semiahmoo Town Center, where we did a video on it just like this, which we'll leave in the comments if you're interested as well, and you can check it out to see the massive, massive density and development that's going to be added to this area. You also want to be aware of any zoning changes, and in the area of South Surrey and White Rock, this can be really important as well when we start talking about any view properties. You would never want to buy a view property only to find out later on that something's going to be built in front of it and your view is substantially going to change or even lose it altogether. And there's more on this list like schools and school catchments and just tons of other things to consider. So maybe that's why local representation is best for you. Now, this realtor, whether it's us or somebody else in the area, they're going to have their finger on the pulse of the market and also be able to get you into some of these properties as absolutely soon as possible. Because they're local, they may even be able to call in favors with the listing realtor of that particular listing to get you in earlier if they're withholding viewings for whatever reason. Now, here's the fourth tier of making sure that you're actually seeing the homes that you want to see and able to get into them when they become available. That's not only hiring a local real estate professional to help you in your search, but also getting set up on our back-end system. This is the back-end system that realtors actually use to search for properties. And as the day of filming this video, and likely for the short-term and long-term moving forward, it's called Paragon. Using this system allows us as real estate professionals to input very specific criteria, much higher levels of detail criteria than you can do on any of the other public-facing real estate websites. If you want a north-facing balcony, a 5-piece washroom just off of your primary bedroom, and a 2-bedroom basement suite that's at least 1,000 square feet, we can search by all that using this program. Furthermore, you're going to be able to get more detail about the properties that you're interested in. This is at a much higher level than relatively simple criteria like bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, that sort of stuff. We're talking about minute detail that might help you make better decisions about the home and whether you even want to go see the home, which of course takes time. You got to jump in the car to drive over there. So if it's not worth your time, you want to know that. There's another benefit to using Paragon as well that the public doesn't necessarily have access to, but the real estate professional you hire will. And this is an area called Realtor Remarks. Realtor remarks is an area within a listing where realtors will post things that we want other realtors to know about the property. Those can be things that are good about the property and also things that maybe aren't good about the property. Maybe a home has a particular stigma and it looks like it's a great deal based on what's being advertised. However, there's more than meets the eye when it comes to that property. And this is an area where realtors will communicate with each other to let them know things that are a little more pertinent to the property. This could also include release plans. So if you find yourself in a relatively busy market and perhaps showings or offers are being withheld to a particular day, this is typically where this information would be located. If at the time of watching this video, you do find yourself in a competitive market situation, maybe one where you are running into multiple offers every time you find a property that you'd like to buy, again, check the pinned comment below where we've made available our multiple offer cheat sheet. These are a variety of ways we help our clients improve their offers if they come up and find themselves in a multiple offer situation. So that's really only if you're experiencing that in your search for a home, but I definitely know it'll help you because it'll give you some ideas to help strengthen your offer. And some of these ideas are incredibly impactful, all without having to necessarily raise the price of your offer that you offer to a seller. So there you have it. Those are really the best ways to find a home that you want to buy in South Surrey. Let's align on a few things. You want the absolute best home for your money. There's no doubt about that. You also don't want to miss out on an incredible property based on the way that you're actively or currently looking for a home. Get set up for success, find the perfect property, and we'll look forward to welcoming you to our neighborhood of beautiful South Surrey, the absolute best place to live in all of the Fraser Valley. Of course, if you're a home buyer looking to relocate to this area and you need some assistance, you can book a time below. There is a link in the description where you can find access to my calendar and book a time to speak directly with me where we can let you know about what it takes to buy a home in South Surrey and how we can help you be successful. Lastly, before you leave, don't forget to comment on this video and I would love to hear your thoughts. If you live in South Surrey and you're watching this, let everybody know why you love living here. What is it that keeps you in South Surrey and what's your favorite part about it? If you're someone that's relocating to South Surrey and moving here, well, why? What brings you to South Surrey and what about it do you need questions answered for? Leaving your questions in the comments below, either I can get back to you or our community that watches our videos can help answer them for you to make sure that you can make an informed decision when you look forward to buying your next home in our beautiful neighborhood. Hey, look, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of the great content we're releasing on a regular basis, and we will look forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers.